We are back on the Diamond K Show. I got somebody on the line. Who's that?
What's up, Diamond K? It's your boy Scola, man.
What's going on, bro?
What's good, fam? What's going on?
Hey, I'm chilling. So, what, you in the studio?
Yeah, you know me, man. Look, can I apologize about yesterday first, man, like to any of the listeners that was waiting to hear from me, man. You know what I mean? I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to Crystal and all the fans that was waiting to get at me, but I slipped, and I normally don't, but, you know, I was in the lab working on a joint for somebody, and I just lost track of time, to be honest with you.
It happens.
So
it happens.
I apologize to everybody, you know?
It's okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
I think the most important thing is that we got you on the line now. So I mean, that's good. So you're working on some new music.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want to say what it was yet, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can give y'all the title of the album. The album is called From EA to Cali, which is EA stands for Emerson Avenue, which is this is kind of like a testimony to people to let you know, like, you can victory is still yours. I don't care what situation you in. I come from, I mean, you know, Diamond, Baltimore,
Definitely.
West Baltimore. You know where I come up at. You know what I mean? And to let people know that dreams do come true. People thought I would never make it. I made it, homie.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They're still making it. So I'm just, from EA to Cali is just like a testimony of mine to show people that you can rise from, you know what I'm saying, certain situations and see your dream. So I'm leading by example.
So I guess for the people that are not familiar with how you got started, I mean, let's talk a little bit about how you got started in the music industry.
Okay.
I guess what made you want to do this first?
Actually, music is just in the blood, man. My father and all his brothers and sisters, they used to sing and, you know, all play instruments and stuff like that. So I kind of like was the family drummer as a kid, you know. And, you know, watching Michael Jackson and, you know, New Edition and all those cats, you know, coming up, it just inspired me to basically want to, you know, become an entertainer, whether it was, you know, at first I wanted to just go out and play basketball, but the music bug just wouldn't let me go, man.
So you got some hoop game.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I still got game. I took a lot of cash money, man. A lot of cash that I sing. Yeah. You know what I mean? We put the ball on the ground, put the money down. We from D-Mo. You know how we do.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
So you came up with the music bug, like you're saying, and then so what about, how did you go from the you know, just wanting to do it to the professional level? How did you make that transition?
Well, actually, man, like, once again, my father and his brothers and everything, they kind of schooled me to the game early, and I remember I was with a group called Perfect Combination, myself, my man Jamie O, this guy named Dede, and we actually ended up getting a little deal with the same guy who signed Keith Sweat, which was Entertainment, Elektra, and you know, you go through so much stuff, you get shelved, and then you become a tax write-off, and, you know, and it kind of like turned me off. So what I learned was singing throughout the city, Baltimore, you know, D.C. or whatever. I made a little name for myself, so I just saved my little pennies, and I did the song Let's Get Personal. You remember that joint?
Oh, of course. I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? Remember that, Chris?
Yeah, I remember that.
So you know what I mean?
That was a big record. That got a lot of spin.
Yes, it did.
You know? So what I did, man, I learned the game. I knew about distribution, and I'm a hustler by nature, so I hooked up with my man Antonio Murchison and Jerome Brooks. We formed Rome Records. I went in and wrote and produced the whole song. I mean, back then out of a drum machine, just off of sheer hunger. And I remember Camille Cashwell at 92Q. She fought for us. The song I played once, and people started requesting it, and now it's a classic for me. So
definitely. So do you work that in your stage show? Do you still do that song?
Say it again.
I said, is that a part of your stage show? Do you still perform that song?
Definitely, man. Like, the people won't let me leave the stage until I perform it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I definitely got to perform Let's Get Personal, especially in this region. You know, I can't get off the stage until I do Let's Get Personal, you know?
Tell me this, and I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but what is the craziest moment that you've had on stage? You know, where I know some people I've talked to say maybe women threw a bra or panties or jumped up on the stage. What's the craziest thing that's happened to you on stage?
Probably something to that magnitude. Probably, wow. The craziest thing for real, is to have a girl really grab your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh.
To grab your man like live, like right there on stage. Like, they'll be bold enough to just, I mean, literally grab your man, you know what I mean? That's about the,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? That's real crazy, but it is what it is, you know.
Right.
It's about the crazy I had to meet.
So
Okay.
I guess from the solo success that you had, then you went on and joined Dru Hill.
Yeah, actually, the Dru Hill situation came about after Woody left the group, came back to B-More, and he ran into a friend of mine, Antonio Murchison, once again, and he was looking for a certain sound. And when he heard the material I was doing, he called me up and asked me could I produce his gospel project. I ended up writing and producing for him, and then it just extended from there. His record company, they paid me to go on tour with him. They paid me to arrange his stage stuff and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, I went on the road with Woody, helped him with his gospel project, and then at the time, Cisco was he was big during the time Woody was working on this thing, and they was talking about getting back together, and Jazz decided he was going to do his own thing. And by that time, he was going to go solo. So Island, you know, when Island Def Jam formed, they wanted, instead of 3 members, they wanted 4. So Cisco told Woody to ask me if I would join Dru Hill, and truthfully, I told him no like 2 times. I really didn't think that I fit with Dru Hill. You know, image-wise, like we got 2 different styles. You know what I'm saying? Even though we kind of like sing alike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're more.
Also the tallest one too.
Yeah, the tallest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that played a factor too. Yeah. So that played a factor. But then they came at me again. Things like Scola, you write and produce. They offered me a check that I couldn't refuse, and then I thought it'd be good for my career as far as being exposed to the world, nationally and internationally. So I took it. I took the chance, man. I went to Def Jam, Lyor Cohen. Everybody felt like, you know, I was a great addition to the group, but at the same time, I brought a different edge to the group, and they was a little worried that it wouldn't work. But all of the Dru Hill fans, I want to say thanks to y'all for accepting me in the group, man, and making me feel right at home. It's like, I kid you not, man. Once we went on tour, I couldn't believe, like, so much, all the fans were showing me that much love, man. Like, to the point where Cisco was overwhelmed. He said, man, look, I'm glad we made this choice. The fans really love you, and that's how I ended up with Dru Hill, man.
And I guess so you went on to tour with the group after that. Of course, y'all recorded that album, which was a successful album. And so I'm assuming that you had good chemistry with all the other members?
Yeah, well, business-wise, singing-wise, I mean, not to toot our own horn, but we was holding it down. Singing-wise, he was cool, but business-wise, I'm more of a stand-up type cat where I know you got managers and this and that, but sometimes people get it twisted and forget that your manager works for you as opposed to you work for management. So it was certain things that management I felt like was getting away with, and they would just sit back and won't say nothing. But me, I mean, I love to sing and to perform, but I like my bread too, you know?
Right.
So, you know, we had some differences as far as at first, because the manager was managing Cisco and then he was managing Dru Hill too. So we had a little differences, but that ironed itself out. At the end of the day, Def Jam felt like if the fans are feeling Scola the way they're feeling, then maybe we should expose them to the fans that much more, you know. So
yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people were waiting for. And I know definitely I have 3 callers on. I'm not going to be able to take your calls because we only have a few minutes. So we'll be back. But if you want a question asked to him, you can text me the question or you can email me djdiamondk@yahoo.com, and I will ask him the questions. But we're not going to take any calls on this interview. So that's just for the people that I have on. A lot of people were expecting you to do a solo album. I think I thought that you were the breakout star. Should have been the breakout star from the group, and so a lot of people were probably wondering, you know, what happened and why the group why there was not another album after that with Scola in it.
Well, actually, Def Jam went through a transition. L.A. Reid came in.